Alright, what's up guys? NinjaDeathStrike here, bringing you another set of Pokemon Showdown battles. Today we're going to be in OU because I had the most OU battles backed up, so that's what we're going to go with. Using the Rain team, I'm going to be up here at the top for the first match. Magnezone here. He's new, I believe. It's been a while since I've used this team, so I forget. I think Jirachi was there, but I'm trying out Magnezone. My opponent's down here. Sorry if you can hear the dog barking. It's my sister's, and it's having a bad day, and it's barking at everything, so just try to ignore it, and I will too. Anyhow, my opponent's team is interesting. A lot of lower use OU guys, and Weevil I know is UU now, so I'm not exactly sure. It looks a lot like a 4th gen OU team, honestly, with the exception of Cloyster. He's got the Jolteon Gyarados combo that everyone loved. At the beginning of 4th gen OU, you know, Infernape was huge. Weevil was good for a while until people realized he was bad. But, yeah, they're OU for a reason, you know, they can pose a threat, but overall, I'm not too worried about most of them. Obviously, Gengar and Cloyster can be problematic if I let it set up. I don't have a solid check to it. So it's probably going to kill something if it gets a turn to set up. But let's get into the match, see how it goes. Sorry, my internet is being super laggy, so hopefully it doesn't lag too much during this match. But anyhow, he leads with Infernape. I was predicting a sashed, you know, lead set with Stealth Rocks, but he just dies to a Draco Meteor. So I'm guessing he was also Scarfed, and he expected to outspeed me and U-turn. But in any case, I get a free kill. Unfortunately, it does allow his Cloyster to come in and set up, which is exactly what I didn't want to happen. So I'm going to go into Poliwag here, set up a Perish Song, and luckily he's going to miss the second Rock Blast, so that is going to give me a turn to survive, another turn to survive. It's going to allow me to actually get another turn on top of that because I can set up a Protect and start to wear down his Perish count. Obviously, I'm going to go down here, but Poliwag is not... Wow, this is so laggy, I'm sorry. Is not going to be that useful anyhow against the rest of his team, so I'm fine to sacrifice him. It also is going to drop Cloyster's Perish count to 1, and so now I can go into Magnezone, and if he stays in, he dies, and if he doesn't, then I force it out. So he decides it's worth taking the other kill in order to get the other kill. It's worth taking the KO in order to get the other kill, and that's fine with me because that was his biggest threat, and now it's dead. So we go in here, we get Gengar versus Scizor. He has Hidden Power Fire, which I was not expecting at all. Luckily, the Rain allows me to survive, and then I switch out because I'm choiced and I don't want to die, and I trick him into revealing his Destiny Bond. So once I see that, it's going to become mind games. I'm going to go into Punch Drunk here because he does have Sub. I can, you know, play around the... what's it called? Destiny Bond well enough, I think. Hidden Power Fire, not even going to break my Sub. Drain Punch here, just because it doesn't do anything. And since he didn't go for Destiny Bond that turn, I'm safe to Sucker Punch, because if he does go for Destiny Bond, it won't matter. Sucker Punch won't go off, but then I'll know that Destiny Bond's up. So that worked out well for me. Weevil comes in here. His whole team has Focus Sashes, which are actually working because I didn't get Stealth Rocks up. But I bring him down to a Sash, and then I know he's going to be faster, so that'll let me get a free Sub up. I set up the Sub, go for the Sucker Punch, but I forget that Weevil has Ice Shard, so that was a bad prediction on my part. Luckily, this thing can't actually hurt me very much, so I just go for Ice Punch in case he switches, take out the Weevil, and Punch Drunk is still at almost full health. So Gyarados comes in here. I don't see an Intimidate. That means that it is going to be Moxie. Unfortunately, Punch Drunk can't do a whole lot against it, so I'm going to have to give him a free Dragon Dance. Luckily, Choice Scarf Latios going to come in and threaten to 2-hit KO him. Unfortunately, I get frozen because it's me, and I always get frozen. You know, I don't get haxed that much, but I always get frozen, and if you've watched some of my other videos, you know this. So I should have seen that coming, but I didn't. I did get the Gyarados low enough, though, where I can finish it off with a priority attack. I have 3 priority attacks plus a Choice Scarf guy on this team, so I'm not too worried about being able to go first. Jolteon's his last guy. Leave Scissor in just to get some damage in with Bullet Punch. It does more than half, even though he resists it, and then the Shadow is going to be able to live a Thunderbolt and take him out with a Shadow Ball. So that's going to be the first match. Pretty straightforward. 2-0 there. And then moving on to the second match. This time I'm going to be down here at the bottom, and now I'm using Landorus in the rain. I don't know who to put in this last spot. So if you guys have suggestions, please share. I don't know who fits or who does a good job. He's got to have Stealth Rocks is the main thing, which limits my options quite a bit. But yeah, let me know if you have ideas. And my opponent's up here, also using a rain team. We have a few similar guys. Both have Gengar and Politoed, but he has a Magnezone, which I'm assuming is going to be carrying Thunder. And then the good old Conkeldurr there, you don't see him a whole lot. As well as Mamoswine, who's obviously a threat, because Mamoswine threatens everything in OU, pretty much. So, yeah, I feel like I should be okay, though. I like my matchup against a lot of his guys, so if I can make some decent predictions, I should be fine. Let's go ahead and get into the match, though. I'm going to lead with a Shadow because he makes a great scout. He's going to lead with Magnezone, I guess predicting me to lead with Politoed. I didn't want to do that since he has Rain too. Rain's not going to be that beneficial. So I just set up a sub to scout here because I had literally no idea what he wanted to do. He brings in Celebi and then U-turns out. So he has a Choice Scarfed Celebi, which is interesting. I completely expected to outspeed there. And so I set up another sub, but it did work out because I ended up with the sub as he brings Politoed in, which means I can go for an attack here. He does Encore me into Shadow Ball, and for whatever reason I switch out. I guess I predicted him to go into Magnezone, but I really had no need to do that. So thank God good old Crazy Eyes survives because of the leftovers, so I at least get to set up Stealth Rocks and then I die, which is unfortunate. It does give me some switch initiative though, so I'm going to go into Jetstream the Latios here as he's into Magnezone. Go for the Rain Boosted Surf. It does over half, and then I get obliterated by Hidden Power Ice. So at this point I know that he's Spexed. There's no way that kills me if he's not Spexed. Unfortunately, it cost me Latios, who would have been solid in this matchup, but I guess Mamoswine was a pretty decent check to him, and yeah, oh well, what can you do? So take down the Magnezone. He doesn't seem interested in trying to preserve it at all. Politoed comes back in, and I don't know why. I guess just to get the Encore up. But yeah, so now that he knows Drain Punch is coming, he's obviously going to switch into something that can take it. I expected probably Gengar, I would imagine, which is why I'd go into Poliwag here. But he brings in Conkeldurr instead, and I know Conkeldurr can get Guts, but I think Iron Fist is the preferred ability right now, so I'm actually going to stay in and try and get Scald Burns. Instead, I just get a Crit Scald, which works too, and gets around the Guts if he had it. So Celebi comes in here. I know it's Choice Scarf now, so I'm able to throw up a Protect, see what he's going to lock himself into, and man, Politoed is just so good as a supporter. Switch in Clamps, take a ton off of a crit C-Bomb, way more than I expected, but I am able to U-turn out and keep some switch initiative, I suppose. Although he might have switched there too. I'm not sure. I wasn't paying attention. I was checking to see if I got a crit. Anyhow, Gengar versus Poliwag. Sludge Bomb hurts a lot. A lot. He might have crit me again. Didn't check. Nope. Yeah, he crit me again. So that's cool. But I did get a good hit in with Scald. Still, getting haxed a little bit here, just with the crits. Luckily, Sucker Punch on Punch Drunk, I think, is going to take him out, or the screen's going to freeze. Yep, it is. It's going to take him out. Punch Drunk with Sucker Punch, so good. No one sees it coming. Celebi is obviously Scarfed, so I'm going to stay in, get some more damage on it with another Sucker Punch, and then get taken out by Zen Headbutt. But now he's locked into Zen Headbutt, so I'm free to Pursuit here. I know that Politoed is the only guy he has left, and I know that Gengar can handle him, so even if I get burned here, I don't really care. I'm just going to stay in, go for the Pursuit, keep Politoed low enough to the point where Gengar is going to be able to finish it off in one shot. I haven't seen Protect yet, but if he had it, it would have maybe bought him a turn, and could have actually given him the win if he could get high enough to get off a Scald, but turns out he doesn't. I'm going to squeak out a win here in a really good match, and that's going to be the video for today. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Please give me a thumbs up if you did. Check out the links in the description, and as always, I will have more coming your way shortly. Later, guys.